In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to create a new project setup with Adobe Premiere Pro. You can see we have the blank screen here. First, I'm going to choose File menu. When I choose File menu, you can see we have an option which is New. In New, you can see we have a lot of options. We have only this project and production in enabled condition and all those sequence and other things in a disabled mode. When you are using any one of these, that time only you can able to access all those things. So now I want to create a new project. Here you can see we have a new options. We have a project as well as the another option which is production. If you are going to do the production with multi computers, you can use this option which is production, so that you can able to share the project and all those files to the other people. If you want to do that, you can use this option which is production. And if you want to create the project within this system itself, you can use this option which is Control Alt N or this icon. Now I choose this option here. When I choose that option, you will get this new project window, and here you have the default name which is untitled. Now I'm going to give the name for this project. This is the new project document, and after that you can see we have the option which is location. So here also it has the default location of this document. You can see it was saved in my users document and Adobe folder. You can see that path. You can change the path if you want, and first you can give the name. I'm going to give a name which is food. Just imagine I'm going to create the project for the food, so I'm going to give a name which is food. Now I'm going to browse where I want to save the document, so I choose browse icon, and I'm going to choose my desktop. Here I'm going to choose my folder which is Premiere Pro projects. You have to select the default folder for this project, and you have to keep all those project files inside that. So now I select this project. I just double click the particular folder, and at the bottom you can see we have the option which is select folder. So I click here, which means we are selecting this folder as a location. So now I choose the select folder. You can see we have the custom location for this new project work. After this, I have a three tab here. You can see that I have general and scratch discuss, and we have ingest setting. Now I choose this general. I'm going to use this option. Most of the time we are going to use this alone. In general, you can see we have video rendering and playback tab, and we have video, audio, capture and color management. So you are going to set all those things. We don't have anything to do with this video rendering and playback. Now I come to this video tab. Here you can able to see we have display format. So we have four options here. You can able to show the time code, or feet plus frame 16 mm, or feet plus frame 32 mm. You can also show frames if you want, but I want to show the time code. That's the best way to do editing work. So by default also they was given the same value which is time code. So I'm going to keep that in the default value. If I have choose the frames, and when you are doing the project work for the next time, you can choose the right one which is time code. After that we have the audio. In audio also you can able to see we have display format. So in this display format I choose audio samples. I have to choose the audio samples instead of choosing this milliseconds. And finally I have this option which is capture. So when you are going to capture the video content from your jet flash or local hard disk, you have to choose the right format what you need. So I click here. You can see we have we have two options here. First one is DV, which is a digital video, and second you have HDV, which is high definition video. So if you want to choose the basic quality video, you can choose the DV, or if you are going to do the work with the high definition, you can use this option which is HD. And after that we have this color management. In color management you can see we have HDR graphics white. It has three different profile values. So I'm going to choose the default one, and I have 3D LUT interpolations. So this should be the same as the GPU acceleration requires. So since you have the GPU acceleration, you can choose this one. If you don't have that, the software will automatically detect the default one which is best for your hard disk. So you are going to select all those things, and finally I'm going to choose this option which is OK. Before I'm going to choose OK, let us going to select the scratch disk setup. So I'm going to choose the second tab, which is scratch disks. When I choose this scratch disk, you can see we have a lot of different categories here. You have a capture video, we have capture audio, we have audio previews, video previews, we have project save auto. So we have all these options in this category, which is scratch disk. So what is really scratch disk? Well, let me show you. When you are using your computer or laptop, it will have two type of memories. It will have the permanent storage location, like we have SSD and hard disk. All those places are permanent storage places. We do have a temporary storage or processing storage, which is also called RAM. So with the help of this RAM capacity only, we are going to process all those text, image, video and other multimedia processing in our computer or laptop. When you have less amount of RAM, it's not easy to do a multimedia processing like video processing as well as the high definition image processing. So that time what you can do is you can use your hard disk space or other permanent storage spaces for the processing space. That concept, that disk is called a scratch disk. So here we are going to set that concept here. We have the capture video concept. So to capture the video, we can use the local hard disk process. You can see we have the path. This is the default path we have for all those capture video, capture audio, all those things. And if you want to select the particular location for all those functions, you can choose with the help of this browse icon. So you can choose a browse icon and you can choose where you have the path and where you have to choose that folder. You can see after choosing that option, we have the new path for this capture video. So in the same way, you can do all those setup for this scratch disks to do the capturing video as well as capturing audio and video previews as well as audio previews and other all functions. So this is how this scratch disk was working. This is highly essential because whenever you are doing a video editing project, you are going to deal with a lot of high definition footages. Particularly if you are going to do a full HD video process or 4K and other than 4K video editing project, you definitely need a high-end RAM. If you have a 32 GB or 64 GB RAM, that is good. But if you don't have that kind of RAM capacity, you have less than a 32 GB like 16 or 8 GB RAMs, that's not easy to do the video editing process. So that time you need this option, which is a scratch setup. Even if you have 2 GB or 4 GB RAM, if you want to do the basic video editing function with the help of Adobe Premiere Pro, you should go for this scratch disk setup. After completing this scratch disk setup, it is easy to do a video editing project. This will help you a lot with the help of this scratch disks. And after this general as well as this scratch disk tab, I have one more option, which is ingest settings. So in ingest setting, you can see we have a disabled value. If I enable that, you can see what kind of injection you have to give. So you can choose the preset and you can set how you want to do that coding process. It has transcode, create proxies. So you can choose which one you want and you can choose what kind of destination you have to store. Like if you want to store in a creative cloud, you can choose a creative cloud. And if you want to change the locations, you can choose this option, which is choose locations. So you can choose how you want do this kind of ingest settings. So with the help of this Adobe Premiere Pro itself, you can do the injection with any one server what you have. Like if I want to add, I can use this option, which is add ingest set preset. So I can choose which preset I want. I can select that preset, and with the help of that I can able to give the live video on any YouTube or other platforms. That's why we have this option. But now I'm not going to do that. I just disable that. With the help of that ingest setting, you can do all those settings what you require from Adobe Premiere Pro to connect those video process. So we have all three options here to do the work. After setted all those things how you require, you can choose this button, which is OK. So this is the way you can use this new project window in Adobe Photoshop. You have multiple purposes and multiple values here. If you are going to do a simple video editing, you don't need to set up this a scratch disk or ingest settings. But if you need those functions, you can enable. And most important thing with this new project setup is the name of the project, and you are going to save where you have the project, and you are going to choose this capture, which is it should be HDV. if you are going to deal with high definition videos. So those things are most important. Finally, you are going to choose this option, which is okay. So now I'm going to choose that option, and I'm going to choose the window. So since I was given a name already, it shows me you have to replace that. Yes, I was replaced it, and you can see we have the user interface here. This is how you are going to create a new project for any video production in Adobe Premiere Pro.